We all wish we could spend £0 on World of Tanks console and still receive tons and tons of keycards. Well, let's take a look at what Jonesy here has managed to do on his own account, picking up 73 keycards from just saving up those for free. And we're going to have a look at what those actually will get you, whether you can compare that to if you spent money, whether it's even worth saving up these keycards in the first place. We're going to open 50 in today's video, and then hopefully later on down the line we'll get another 50 eventually. So we'll split that up into sections, and of course you can see what the top secret keycards, what the confidential keycards, and what the classified keycards are going to get you, and yeah, see how that actually ends up. Let's get straight into it. So opening up the first confidential keycard here, we're going to write down all of the things in an Excel spreadsheet, and we'll go through that as we go and see how much gold we've actually got throughout this and see whether it was worth it. So straight away, first keycard, we managed to get another keycard. We obviously then got gold. So this is kind of one of the best drops that you can get, because essentially it's just free gold that you can have within your game. So that's always really, really good. I can open up another one here, and we'll just keep going through, noting down the drops, and hopefully that'll be interesting for you guys to see what actually saving up these keycards can do. So obviously, I think what is good about this sort of method, where you're not actually deciding to spend any money on the game, is you're getting some pretty good rewards for the sake of just playing the game. You know, these are things that you'll get throughout the season. They're things that you get from the long haul operation, which I really recommend you actually do, because it's just kind of an easy way to get a source of gold as you go through. So this is something that you'll be wanting to do every single time. Luckily, Jonesy here, who is providing this content in the background, is basically has done that for us. So we are basically looking at seeing if we can get him the best rewards possible. Hopefully we can get some premium tanks in here, because that's going to grant him quite a bit of gold onto his account. Obviously you can expect with having 72 key cards that you're going to get something premium wise out of them. At least you'd hope so. And if you do get them and you do already own the premium tank, it can be really, really worth it, because you'll get the gold value of those tanks that are currently in the game. You can see Jonesy, I think, has about 3,600 gold as of the recording of this video. As we're going through, you can see in the top right hand corner plenty of silver, unlike myself, but 3,756 gold. Hopefully we can get that somewhere in the region of about 15,000 by the time we finish up this video, at least hopefully, or at least get him some premium tanks that we can see within the game. We've already gone through 10 keycards plus 2 additional keycards that were kind of added on to this, so you can see kind of what you're most likely going to be seeing. And a lot of the drops here are of course just gold, or alternatively just silver, and there we go again, getting another keycard. And this is something I think is kind of important for us to kind of go through, make sure that we're seeing what you can do with your keycards, and make sure that you're not just going out and buying keycards, because this is also like the other aspect of the video that I really want to promote, is that you don't have to spend like tons of money on keycards. You can get them from just playing the game, and often they're not really worth it in my opinion, unless you actually I guess really need the gold, or alternatively if you don't have a specific premium tank that you want, they're a good way of getting both the gold and premium tanks throughout. But I don't think that they're necessarily something that you should feel obliged to go in and buy within the game, because they're quite expensive. You're looking, I think, for like a decent chunk of these confidential keycards, or classified, or top secret being the best ones. You're looking at a very expensive amount to be able to do that, and I just don't think it's ever really worth it. You can see here we are just getting like a constant stream of gold, which is always good. We've made like what, 2,500 gold roughly already, which is nice. But we haven't yet to get a premium tank, and we are well over the drop rate. Talking about a premium tank, we get the Tiger 217, which hopefully he doesn't already have, which he does have unfortunately, which means yes, we did get a premium tank, being that Tiger 217 here, and you can see this. We'll enter that in. I believe that this was keycard number 20, Started off on 47, I believe. So yeah, a pretty late kind of start to the premium tank grind within the game, but there we go. We've got a decent amount of extra keycards, which I think are actually at a 5% chance, so we've been very lucky with those in terms of getting like additional keycards within the keycards themselves. A lot of keycards going on in this game. But regardless of that, you're seeing a lot of XP boosters, which will be really handy for grinding through lines. Unfortunately, Jonesy has all of the tanks within the game, so it doesn't really make much of a difference to him. But yeah, I guess if you were really heavy on trying to progress through all of the tech tree lines, or potentially if you're just looking to go through any future tech tree lines that will be coming into the game, like those Russian double-barreled tanks that should be coming in fairly soon. We don't know any kind of estimated time of arrival yet, but I'm sure Wargaming will let us know in plenty of time so we can kind of hype it up and see what we can actually get and what the tanks are going to be like. As we're talking about it, we've got 4 more confidential keycards to open within this, and then we'll move on to the classified, and then of course the finale being those top secret keycards that we'll have a look at and see if they're any better than these that we've currently got, because so far been pretty let down, other than the fact we are getting confidential keycards over and over again as kind of like an extra. So yeah, maybe we'll get some better stuff, maybe we won't. Maybe we'll see a premium tank in the next one confidential keycard that we have before we move on to those classified ones. And you can see here, fingers crossed. And we do get the M22 Locust, which is nice because he already has it, and you can see the gold value shot up 8,106 gold there, which is nice, and that will definitely add on to the amount. And I believe that was actually keycard number 30, which is good. 17 remaining. We'll leave those for a future video, because we don't want to just like run out of all of the confidentials and then only do a couple of the other ones. We'll kind of mix it up. So we've got 13 classified keycards. We've got 46 keycards remaining. So we will open a few more and see how that goes. I think we can then run it down to in the region of 26, I think, something like that. Luckily, actually, the more additional confidential keycards have come out or come back onto the account, because they don't actually register until you back out and come back in, which is just typical Wargaming. But yeah, we'll leave those on the count. They can be for another video in the future, and we'll just see what we can purely get from the actual the keycards themselves. So I think we have about 10 of both, and see how that actually ends up. So the first keycard in the classified bracket is coming out now. Let's see, fingers crossed we can get something decent. Not too good. One of the worst drops you can kind of get out of them, but maybe, just maybe, we can get a couple more. So got another 9 to open of the classified ones, and we managed to get a premium vehicle, which is nice. So that's the second confidential keycard there, or classified keycard. So we've got the Sentinel AC4, which is a tank that I'm sure many of you know by another name, but I won't be saying that on YouTube. But you know what the front wiggly bit looks like within the game. I don't know if we can get it up here, but I believe he already had the tank, which means he gets the full gold value from that premium tank, which is always really, really nice to see. And I'm sure that you guys, if you've ever had like a tank that you already own come into the game and you get it again, it'll be always pretty funny. But this is the tank itself. Looks like a pretty decent kind of one, I guess, in some regards. You can kind of move pretty quick. It's 60 kilometers an hour. That's pretty shifty. But yeah, I don't know, it's particularly overpowered. But let's move into the final couple of keycards that we have got. I think we've got another 8 to open for the classified before we move on to the top secret, the big ones, and we'll see how those go. Obviously, something I want to know is that, you know, you can open these keycards as they come. It doesn't actually increase your chances of getting something if you save them up. So I'm not going to say like, yeah, you have to save up like 50 and you're guaranteed to get some premium tanks, because it's just not the way. As we pick up a lovely gold amount there, really, really nice there. But it definitely is something that I think you guys should kind of note down if you're thinking about maybe saving them. This is what you can get for free. You don't have to spend money. Essentially, Jonesy's been able to get 13,000 gold right here. already, and we've still got some keycards to go, and we haven't even opened all of them when you take into account the fact we've still got loads of confidential ones that he could open. And this is only a couple months, so you could essentially play entirely for free. You could purchase premium account for free within the game, so you don't even have to purchase that, as we pick up another premium vehicle, which is really, really nice, the SU-85i, and I think that came in at drop number 35, so that was really, really good. Another tank that we do not have, I believe, and so that will be going straight into the garage, and we've got another 3 to open before we end off the confidential or classified keycards. So we're actually at 37 total within the game. Now, opening up the next one, what have we got? We have got gold, which is pretty disappointing, but you know, we can kind of move through it and see how it goes. We'll open up another one. We've only got a couple left of the classified, and yeah, we're looking at the final classified keycard. Can we get a premium tank? Fingers crossed. Can we do it? I'm hoping so. You know, I think this really shows you like how you don't have to spend money on the game. It really isn't necessary. We have the top secret keycards that we can open now, and we go through 10 of them so that we kind of finish it up. And hopefully it will just be like a showcase as to what tanks you can get as well, because remember, we're getting a lot of gold, we're also getting premium tanks, and if you don't already have them, or you wanted to play like a specific tank within the game, then this is a fantastic opportunity to really like open them up. And I would recommend actually saving your keycards purely for the fact that you can pick on what like rotation of premium vehicles that the keycards currently have within them to pick the best rotation that you can possibly get, because some of the rotations are terrible. You may only get like one actual really competitive premium tank, but then the next one may have like 5 really competitive premium tanks. So if you're opening them on the one where you're getting better tanks, then obviously you've got a better chance at getting one of the best tanks in the game. So I would really recommend you check out those, and you can do those on the update news videos every single time that the keycards get reset. But alas, let's move into the first top secret keycard of 10, and we'll see how that goes. Obviously these are granted to give you more gold every single one, which is really, really nice, and I think we've got another couple to go through. I think what's really important for you guys to kind of note is that we've got a 1 in 10 chance of getting a premium tank out of these top secret ones. We're obviously getting a lot of gold, which is nice, like 900 per one at the minute. I don't know if that will continue, but with 2 cards in, we've made a decent chunk of gold already. And hopefully that will allow Jonesy here to be able to like purchase any premium time that he may need, any new tanks that potentially come out, and of course he's getting a little bit of silver to bump it up, not like he needs it, and also the free XP and the premium days as well help. I think, you know, this showcases you don't need to spend money. I really do not want any of you guys to go out of your way to spend tons of money on this game, because you just purely don't need to. I've probably spent about £250 in the whole 7 years of playing the game, which equates to what, like £40 a year, so that's like buying one singular game. I know it can be really addictive to purchase stuff within games like this, but you don't need to. If you just play enough, or you know, you just want to actually grind out the game, and you don't want to have to like free XP stuff, which is where I think a lot of people pay their money, and a very expensive amount of money to be able to do that as well, may I add. But I think that that's something that I really hope you guys don't kind of get, and I hope that you realise like this is what you can get for free within World of Tanks console, and it's something I've really enjoyed doing. I've saved up my keycards before, and there we go, a KV-122. Does he already have it within the game? No, he doesn't, which means that it will be added into his garage, and he won't be getting the gold value back from that. But we have a couple more. That comes in at number 47, the KV-122, which is a pretty okay premium heavy tank. I believe it's a tier 7. Off the top of my head, not entirely sure. It could even be tier 6, but I don't think top secret keycards have actual tier 6s. But other than that, we have the third to last key within this. We do get another bit of gold. We've broken way past the 15,000 gold that I thought we may get from this opening, and we're into 20,000, which is really, really nice. Obviously, we've picked up, what, 4 premium tanks, well, 5 premium tanks even, and we're on to the last key card. I think this really does highlight, you know, save your cards, make sure that you're trying it out. And of course, we did manage to pick up 21,856 gold within this really great result from opening 50 key cards. Bearing in mind, a lot of those were actually the confidential key cards that you will get from things like the long haul event. You can see the long haul event down here. Within the challenges, every week you get awarded a random keycard if you can manage to place in the top 7 XP earners in your team in 75 battles. Do that 150 times and you can get 2 lots of random keycards within each single week. And of course, if you do that over kind of the amount of months that you can, and of course going through the season pass and just unlocking the classified keycards as you go. And of course, Wargaming then also do cards for various different operations within the more challenges section. I think Jonesy may have already completed a couple which grant you these top secret keycards, which is the medium tank mastery, and you get keycards for that. This one right here. And you're getting all of this throughout, and I think that's really important for you guys to really jump on and see if you can get these key cards. And if you do have any key cards that you want to like do on these videos, if you want me to do a video on them, make sure to leave a comment in the comment section down below. If you've got some saved up and you want to do as part of maybe like a big compilation where we go through multiple people's key cards and compile what the actual drop rates are and what spending money on the game or the equivalent amount of money on the game will get you within World of Tanks console. Obviously this video managing to pick up 5 premium tanks within the game, which was pretty decent. 2 of them coming from the confidential, 2 of them coming from the classified, and 1 of them coming from the top secret keycard. And of course, earning ourselves like, what, 20,000 gold within the game, which is really good. Thank you very much, Jonesy, for allowing me to do this and saving up those keycards. Really been a real trooper to be able to actually hold off from opening them. I know myself personally, I'd find it a real struggle to avoid opening them up. But there we go. Hopefully you did enjoy the video. Of course, hit the like button, and of course thank Jonesy in the comment section down below for allowing us to do this and showcase what spending £0 can do in World of Tanks. Thank you very much for watching. Check out these videos on screen right here. Otherwise, I'll see you there. Goodbye.